Hi, welcome to your Eagle by Jayco 355 MBQS. We're going to start our tour on the outside here, and we'll start it on the front. We have a 30-pound propane bottle in here, storage, regular single regulator right here. Next, we'll come around the front, noticing that you have some GFCI plugs here. Next, we'll come take a look at the battery storage. And also important around the front, other than your hookup for your truck to trailer, we have your breakaway switch. So your breakaway switch will engage if your trailer becomes disconnected from the tow vehicle. It'll pull this pin here. Conversely, if you are having troubles with your trailer brake sticking on, check to make sure this pin isn't partially pulled out. We also have a nice loading light right here. And we'll continue on along the front. Here we have your second 30-pound propane bottle. And you'll see that it has a crossover regulator on it, so it will actually switch over to the tank on the other side as soon as this one empties. Excuse me. Alright, we'll continue on with our tour here. One of the more important parts of the trailer in the underbelly. Here you can see we have GFCI power. We have on the far side there, which I'll show you when I get there, but we have your cable connection and another GFCI plug. Straight ahead here we have the battery disconnect. You do not have to disconnect the batteries manually, just simply flick this to the off position and it will disconnect your batteries so you won't drain them. Pretty handy. I see you have your spray hose in here, park adapter, siphon hose. You have your 50 to 30 amp power connector. We have your 50 amp 36 foot park cable. We have all your tire tarps, it looks like. So moving over to here, we have your kind of connection center for everything on the outside of the trailer. Firstly, we have, well, there is a light if needed. We have the solar ready solar hookup right here. We have spray nozzle port right here, so you can use your hose attachment there. We have a switch to turn the pump on. We have a spot for the input for cable and satellite, as well as an auxiliary line. And then we have valves for your black and both your gray water tanks. We also have the input for your tank flush, and then your input for the city water connection. Everything else here, if you just look at the diagrams, it'll tell you how to arrange these valves. So, city water, if you're going to be camping, and you're going to be at a trailer park and you've got the city water, they're going to be exactly as they're shown now. Now let's say you want to winterize this. Turn this valve this way, that valve that way, and that is how you'd winterize. Connecting to this board here, using that siphon hose and a bottle of antifreeze. And then switch the pump on. So any one of these city water tank filled dry camping, you can kind of just look at the diagram and make sure these are all as they are in the diagram, and then you'll be ready to go. Next we come to back of your hot water tank. The important aspects to remember here: drain plug and your pressure relief valve. If you're removing the drain plug to winterize or just empty the water out, always open the pressure relief valve, otherwise that plug will shoot out of there like a shot. So also on this compartment we'll come back to is the auto level controls. I'm not sure about this model particularly, but I'm pretty sure we just press and hold the two buttons. Yep, press and hold the up and down button together, and then the system turns on, and now you can simply just say auto level, which is pretty good, and it'll just level it all for you. One thing to note, excuse me, is that if it is on uneven ground, it may, and then you don't have to turn it back off. It'll automatically just time out and shut off. If the ground isn't very level, it may not be able to auto level itself. Anyway, we'll continue on along the outside of the trailer. Coming next to your park power here, your 50 amp hookup. And then just right beside that, we have the venting for your fridge. Now it's important to note, with the venting for the fridge, it needs the airflow behind it for the fridge to operate properly. So you must leave that free of any obstructions. We continue along. We have roof access via ladder. We have a spot here for the spare tire crank to lower the spare tire. Then you'll notice we have the speakers for under your awning. Those do work via the stereo inside the trailer. This is a nice little stair light, nice blue light. Then we come to your outdoor kitchen. We have some USB connectivity, so phone charging, GFCI plug, we have a light. We have the old bottle opener here. We have the stove. The stove is lit simply by pressing down the handle and turning it. It sparks and provides the gas all at the same time. So in order to do that, you need the gas. Well, you do that via connection here. Quick connect, snap in, and then there's a propane port right underneath. Simply remove the rubber stopper, quick connect end from the hose in there, and then there's a little valve right there. You got to turn that to the on position, which is like that, and that's back to the off position. And then you'll be able to just light it as I showed you. Simply press down, turn, and it sparks and lights all on its own. Fancy thing that it is. Alright, we have a fridge. Just watch when you open the fridge, do what I just did. Pretty easy to hit your knuckles. So, I know the handle's there, just me personally, I would grab it from the side. So, hopefully you watch this video, open from the side. Don't crank your knuckles like I just did. Next we come to spray port. So this spray port can be used the same as and in conjunction with the tap over there and that spray nozzle I showed you earlier. Here we have a low point drain in here, as you can see. a couple red Robertson screws, and you can have access to it. We have a cable output and GFCI plugs. You can run cable out through here to a TV outside on a table maybe, or leave the TV right in there. Alright, we're going to enter the trailer and show you what it looks like on the inside. The first thing you notice as soon as we come in the door, fire extinguisher. Straight ahead, we have the bedroom, kids' bunk, we have the bunks here, lots of lights, the bunk, desk, spot for a TV, a mount for a TV, and the inputs right here. And then this neat little thing actually folds out into another sleeping space. Alright, we'll continue on to the main part of the trailer here. Well, here we have your indicator panel. A lot going on here. We'll start at the top. We have your gray water, black water, fresh water, and battery indication lights to let you know whether they're full or not. We also have control over a lot of the lighting system for the trailer, especially in the outside and the main living area. We also have a switch to turn on the water pump and to turn on the water heater via gas or electric right here. We also control your slides via this section as well as your awnings. There's that. Right below here, on the side of this neat little bench, we have your connection center, your fuses and your breakers. So if for some reason you don't have power, now we give that a look. Nice bench here. The bottom of the bench we have your carbon monoxide CO2 detector. We have the carbon monoxide CO2 detector. There is a button on the front of this that you should press every once in a while just to make sure the system is functioning properly. I usually recommend every 6 months for the simple fact that along with that, right above here we have your smoke detector. And generally it's recommended that you change the 9-volt battery every 6 months or so, or when you do daylight savings time. So I would just test them both out at the same time. Okay, moving on. Come to a set of dimmer switches. Now how these function, if you tap them, they turn stuff on and off. If you tap and then press and hold, see, you press and hold and they dim one way, and then press and hold, they'll dim the other. Same with these. Press and hold, finger off, then press and hold. Yeah. There's your dimmers, and then just tap them and they go off all the way. Keep on moving on here. Next we come to your another set of USB plugs. Generally you'd use it for charging any of your electronic goods, as well as the plug-in beside there. Your fridge we have on off. We have the mode, AC, gas, or either. When you put it to auto, which is this, it'll pick AC if there is electricity present. If not, it will attempt to use propane. There, turn that off. Next, come to your stove top, range top, to light. Put the little flame there in line with the arrow. Then click the igniter. This is the igniter. Do the same thing. Flame. Click the handle. Flame. Click the handle. Now all three are lit. The stove is done the exact same way, other than when you get to the lights position, press and hold the knob in when you turn the igniter there. That would be the exception to the rule. So we'll keep on keeping on here. Have your nice TV, fireplace. Now in these 50 amp models, you can use the fireplace and the water heater at the same time. Next, we'll take a look at your stereo here. Now, important to note on the stereo, you have USB connection, you have an HDMI in connectivity, and a headphone as well as auxiliary jacks. You also may connect via Bluetooth. The stereo has 3 zones. Zone 1 and 2 are inside the trailer. Zone 3 are what you would use for the speakers outside the trailer under the awning that I showed you earlier. Alright, moving on to the back here. Important to note your emergency exit. It's important to note where these are just in case you need to use them. So black thumb down on the black tab, pull down, push the red handle over and up and out. Push the handle all the way out, and then you may remove the screen via the red tab there and escape to safety. So we'll continue along to the rest of the trailer here. You have controls for the ceiling fan right here, as well as your thermostat. Pretty basic thermostat. Slide it to cool for cool, heat to heat, and then the fan options, and then control the temperature via this right here. Alright, let's move on. We have a small bunk for your kids here, another little bunk. Nice ladder. Pulls out. Continue on into your bathroom. Nice big shower. Everything right here. Maybe a quick just look around the bathroom. Not a whole lot to note in here, other than your vent there. Before we go that far though, we come back and we have your little tablet control panel here. Just in case you end up on this screen, I'm going to go to My RV, and it looks like this. You just have, so if you see this, you want to hit the very top one, My Control Panel, and then it'll bring you back to here. Now if you do want to go to that screen I was just on, it's My RV, but for most cases you want to be on Control Panel. Then you have all your selections. Your awning, you can do in and out. You can do slides. all the slides in and out. You can do the leveling here, all your lighting. So it's kind of neat. All right, come into the bedroom last but not least. Have your charging and connection center here, your 12-volt power as well as USB connectivity. You have your TV, another emergency exit that operates the same as the first one. Then we have your nice closet here. As well as another bit of storage that also has hookup for a washer and dryer. As well, we have underbed storage. So that is the bedroom.